welcome to this Moosen adventure. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Sarah. I used to be a cast member at Jungle Cruise. Tonight we are here for the after hours party, 70 years of favorites. I didn't know what to expect when they announced it. I was kind of thinking maybe they'd go like year by year, and I don't think that they did. However, I am so excited. This is the second night of the event. Thank you so much. There were no lines to get in, and we got in really quickly. It is still open to regular day guests, and they are doing the projection show. I thought it was going to be absolutely freezing, so I brought a coat, a sweatshirt. I'm wearing double layers of everything, and it's not that cold yet. But I knew if it got cold, I was not going to like this event. So you can start getting in at 6 o'clock. We got in about 7:45, and our first stop was to Plaza Inn to eat. Now we're gonna make our way back to see some of the characters and things at the back of the park. I think we're gonna start with the Main Street electrical parade floats. The photo ops are up. They are amazing, but of course you can't go using it because the event has not officially started. So far, our take is that these are way cooler photo ops than they've had in the past. They did open the line early for the Main Street Electrical Parade. So we are gonna go jump in this line. It is already a really long line, but it is 8:20. This event does not even officially start until 9, but Disney must have known that this was gonna be a really popular spot. I also think it's incredibly cool that they opened this before the event is officially open. And since they're not, I don't know how to say this, living, breathing characters or parade floats, they're not going to have to take a break. So this line should move continuously. I did just start this stopwatch because I am curious to know how long this line is going to take. Our others that we absolutely were must see is we really want to go see Lewis. We want to go see Merlin. We also really want to go see Baloo and Louie, and we would like to make our way back to Toontown to see some of those characters that are back there as well. Oh, and I almost forgot that Tomorrowland has the Carousel of Progress. That'll be fun to see too. Who's just reminded me that we really want to go see Nico too, because we tried last year and we didn't get to see her, or him, not her. We went back there and we were a little bit too late. Nico was already gone for the night. But so far so good. This sign is incredibly huge, but it's moving decently fast. Looks like they're taking a picture at that the first float, which is the turtle, and then they're moving over to the snail. That way they're kind of taking two people's picture at the same exact time. We finally made it. We almost ditched the line halfway through. Maybe we should have. Wow, that took an hour and a half. It is now 10 o'clock. I feel like we wasted the entire first hour of the event. Had I known that, we would have just taken a picture with the turtle on the outside and called it good. I don't know why it was so inefficient with the 2 photo pass, but my goodness, it was. But that's okay. Hopefully they'll be really cute pictures. We're gonna jump back here into Mickey's Toontown and hopefully get to see Huey, Dewey, and Louie, and hopefully the rest of the lines tonight won't be quite that long, or we're like getting nothing done and we're gonna have to rethink how we're doing the rest of the event. We found Scrooge McDuck. I like how they're doing this. This is kind of playing with it, but it is that we'll get to see how many out of this. They want to be so close. Okay, so the Huey, Dewey, Louie, and Scrooge McDuck were a little bit disappointing because we really didn't get to see them, and then they left. Who's to find a flaw with that? Which wasn't a flaw last year.
It's a flaw. It's
Last year it wasn't as bad, but I don't think the characters that were there were as popular because you couldn't get anywhere close to them.
Last year it was a meet and greet. You went
last year. Hoos is right. There was a set line, so you knew you weren't up close because they were so behind the rope. So like you couldn't hug them or anything, but you actually got time with them. This one was just kind of a big mobby mess, and you kind of had to hope that maybe you could see them or get them in the back of a picture, which we did not. We were gonna wait. We were gonna wait for Rescue Ranger Chip and Dale, but their line was incredibly long, and the character host said they're out here from 10 to 10:30. They just gotten out here. And he said, if you happen to miss them, no big deal, they'll be back out at 11. So you could potentially be waiting an hour to see them too. So right now we're gonna cut our losses on that. We're gonna head down into Fantasyland and hopefully see Merlin, and then make our way into New Orleans Square and see like Miko and some of those characters. I would really, really, really love to take pictures of some of these photo ops, but they're kind of one too, and I think I'm gonna prioritize the characters over the photo ops. Come on and let your glass. You want your own free pass to be our guest. If you're stressed, it's fine, darling. We got kind of lucky. So the lines were blue, and King Louis is swapping out with Aladdin, Abu, and Jasmine. We don't super care about seeing Aladdin, Abu, and Jasmine only because we got to see them at Walt Disney World. We really wanted to see King Louis and Baloo. Their line is clear up to Carnation Cafe. So when I asked the character host,
Not Carnation Cafe, Jolly Holiday.
Jolly Holiday, are you sure? I thought he said Carnation Cafe.
Carnation Cafe is all the way down
I
the
know.
Main Street.
I know.
There's no way.
I swear that's what he said. Okay, we'll see. I swear he said Carnation Cafe.
Yeah, there's no way.
Host thinks they said Jolly Holiday. I don't know. But either way, he said there's a good chance when you get up there, it's going to be Aladdin and Abu, or maybe King Louis will be back.
Because if it was only Carnation Cafe, that's like an hour and a half. So,
yeah,
so you're not seeing Aladdin and Jasmine at that point. You're seeing Baloo again.
I don't know. But anyways, either way, so we scrapped that. You can only kind of see him through the trees, but Miguel's over there. That's who I saw first, so we went to ask the cast member where Miko was meeting. She was saying that Miko was coming out over here by the Marchwood at 10:30. And that if we wanted to see him, we probably wanted to get in line right now. It's like 10:20 because they will cut the line. Sure enough, we got in line, and the second we got in line, they cut the line. So we are now guaranteed that we will see Miko. Yay! Because for reference, it is 10:27, so we should be out here any minute now. But Miko doesn't come out here until 11:45. So we did this right, but this might take us a while, and then from here we're gonna run down and see Louis. Alright, mission accomplished. We did get to see Miko. We did get to see Pocahontas. The character host was awesome. He came down the line, set up expectations of how it was going to go, where we were going to put our things, how they were going to do the pictures. That one did not have a photo pass, but that's okay. But he did say that Pocahontas was maybe going to have to leave early, which I was like, okay, that's okay, because we really wanted to see Miko. No offense, Pocahontas, we've just seen you before, we haven't seen Miko. But Pocahontas did stay to the very end, which was kind of cool. But here's the bad news. It's 11 o'clock. So we've been here for the event for 2 hours now. We've only done 2 things. 3 if you kind of count seeing the ducks, because we did see them. But they were leaving, and it was really hard to get a picture of the way it was done. And we saw Merlin from afar, but that line was too long to get a picture. So, but are we having fun? Yeah. I just feel like I could be running a little bit more efficiently. Who's and I were talking because we went to this event last year, the similar event, the 90s night. And we felt like the lines were a lot shorter, and there were a lot more rare characters, which is probably why the lines were shorter, because there were a lot of rare characters, so it kind of divided the people. And there was also the parade, so then you kind of felt like you saw a lot of characters, and there's no parade tonight. But we're still having fun. We are gonna jet down, hoping Louis's line is not too long. We'll see how this goes. We didn't stay for very long because we're still on our hunt to find more characters, but we did stop by the Golden Horseshoe to see the line dancing. I wish this was something they do more often and not just for event. All right, so Lewis did work out, so we're gonna go back. We asked the character hosts when they're gonna be back. We're gonna go back for that. We tried seeing Merlin. I didn't take a picture of Mary Poppins and Bert, but they're out, which is fun. They were not out earlier. Merlin's line is totally cut for the night, so had we waited, we would have gotten to see him, but then we would have missed out on Miko. And since his event's cut, like his line's cut for the night, and there's still an hour and a half left of the event, had we waited for Merlin, I don't know, that might have been the only thing we did the rest of the night. So that's been the only really disappointing thing, is I feel like we're not really doing anything for the amount that we paid for the ticket. And that's frustrating. Now, if you're coming and you want to do like rides, ride lines have been great. I think the longest line we saw was as we walked by Indiana Jones. It was 30 minutes, but their line, no offense, Indy, is sometimes skewed on the higher side. So I don't know if it was really that long or not. The line dancing was fun. The swing dancing was fun. Love that they had the big bands. The music on the river was really a great addition. Let's see.
They did more of that during normal operating hours.
Yeah. Who said, I don't know if you can hear or not, my mic is broken. I need to get a new mic. Matterhorn, as we're walking by, is saying 35. I do not believe that at all. That's not 35. But way shorter. What was I gonna say? But we're not coming for rides because we can do this all the time. We're coming for characters. Who's never thinking though was they used to have stuff like in the Royal Theater. They used to have like big bands that would come in there on the weekend. It was so cool. Or like when they used to have the Mad Tea Party. So cool. They could bring in like the line dancing at Golden Horseshoe. Heaven knows they got all the other entertainment there. It was really fun. Like I wish Disney would bring back more stuff like that. Like just normal operating hours, not a special event, not like this paywall, just on the weekends or something. Kind of like they do with the fireworks. Yeah, and they do it with DCA. To some extent, although they've scaled it back there too. But like all that stuff is what makes, yeah, that's what makes Disney feel so special, and that's what makes Disney Disney. When we came right after COVID, am I allowed to say the C word? That when we came back after COVID, they didn't have the characters, they didn't have the entertainment, they had like nothing. And I remember thinking, oh man, if this doesn't come back, we might not be coming back to Disney again, because it was just another theme park. And that's what I love about the special events is they bring back that stuff. Wish they'd make it more of a daily op thing. Right now we are headed to the Videopolis. Can't wait to see it. Wow, this is absolutely packed. You cannot even get on the dance floor. I was talking to my sister about this, and she can remember coming as a teenager every single weekend to do these dance parties. Bring them back, Disney. This didn't work out because they're leaving, but we did get to see the Carousel Progress couple and the Pizza Planet truck, but we didn't want to wait in line, so we just took a picture from afar. I couldn't believe it. The line was super short, so we got to take a picture with the Bugs Life cards. Now we're going back to Toontown. One last ditch effort for the ducks. We're a little bit more successful this time, but still, once again, they're on their way out. My goodness, we're terrible at this. 1 hour left in the event. We did see Esmeralda. We didn't stop because we decided to make Lewis the priority. We also saw this really cool photo op. We're hoping we can come back and get a picture there. Okay, we were passing through here. We had no idea what this was from afar. I didn't figure that out either. But when you looked at it straight on, it was Mickey. It was cool. We stopped briefly to watch a little bit of the show at Rivers of America again. We did it. We made it in time to see Lewis. He was cleared down by Tiana's Bayou Adventure. There were only 15 minutes left in the event at this time, so we tried to see how many things we could get done. None of the photo ops really had a line, so we did a bunch of those. When we got up to Fantasyland, there was basically no line for Mary and Bert, so we saw them. This was the first event that we've ever really taken pictures of the photo ops because their lines have been so long in the past. So this was kind of fun to actually get to enjoy these. Who's really wanted to go see those ducks, and she was committed to trying one last time. I should have listened to her. We should have gone sooner because lo and behold, they were actually out. But once again, there was like 2 minutes left of the event, so they were on their way out. All right, we closed out the event as I knew we would, I suppose. I actually never put on my other layer. So this is phenomenal, minus that I carried my jackets all night long. I actually had 2 backup jackets. I thought it was gonna be freezing. So if you were here tonight, yeah, you're welcome. The only reason it wasn't cold was because I brought the 2 jackets. I feel like I was super impressed that they actually had characters out until the very end of the night. We actually ran up to try to catch Huey, Dewey, and Louie one last time. We got sidetracked by Mary and Bert on the way, and we did the photo op with the genie, and maybe we shouldn't have, maybe we should have just gone to the ducks, but I don't know. I feel like we did a ton. We got it started out a little bit rough. Not gonna lie, didn't get to see Merlin. Kind of disappointed by that, but at least the way his setup was, it kind of felt like a show. So we still got to see him. We just didn't get the photo op like I was hoping. But we did like almost all the photo ops, which we've like never done a photo op before at one of these parties, and the photo ops were really fun. Who says we have, but I don't think like we have tonight. I guess we have, but like we like did like almost all of them. I felt like the character interactions that we got were really fun. Loved the bands that they had playing, were amazing. And of course, as they got later and later on in the night, the lines to everything got less and less and less. We didn't go on any rides, although we toyed with it at the end. We had like 30 seconds left before the park closed and we're like, Runaway Railway, should we? But we didn't. But thanks for coming along with us on our adventure. Who would you have met that we did meet or maybe didn't meet? Like, who would you have been most excited to see at this event? As we're walking by, Flick is also still out here. So there were quite a few characters that were out till the very end of the event. Love that. Love that there were so many characters out. Lewis was out till the end. Rabbit was out to the end. I think it was a pretty good night overall. Super glad we got to come. Thanks for going on this adventure with us, and we'll see you real soon.